Always on KROCK.
This is a pretty crazy Beer Friday because we got a lot going on. There is the Super Bowl this weekend, so we're thinking, you take an Empire beer and you pair it with a little bit of a cigar over from our friends over at Save-On who are bringing this to you right now. Our friend Johnny over here brought in some cigars, and they've changed a lot. It's not the same as like Grandpa where you have the old stogie and you're just like, George Burns in it and just... my grandfather always used to smoke these things. They're obviously really wet, and he'd have that old man like
just chewing on it.
The stogie, yeah.
But you brought a couple in, and this is cool for like if you haven't, because there was a time where cigars were super popular.
Yeah.
And then everybody started doing it, and then it went away for a while. Yeah, there used to be cigar bars and all this stuff.
We call that the boom that happened in the 90s, and then I guess quality kind of just went down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
quality usually does.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
Everybody was pumping them out. So we came around about 98. Company I work for is Drew Estate.
Drew Estate. Actually, I was following you guys on Twitter because you have this new brand called Acid.
Yes.
And you're kind of doing a different type of marketing because you're going like guys our age that, are like,
exactly.
I can't smoke a cigar. I mean, that's Grandpa's thing. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's a brand we've had around, actually, not really new, probably about 12 years now, but it's very unique. We call it infused. So we take herbs and botanicals and kind of infuse it in the cigar in a proprietary secret process.
This sounds like something that happens up in Oswego County.
Yeah, we do that.
Just outside of Oswego window box a little bit.
I got a shed in Hannibal that does the same thing.
Yeah. Joey's car is infused. Completely infused. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do that at our factory in Nicaragua. Make about 95,000 cigars a day there, all by hand.
Yeah.
So, oh, my God.
By hand?
By hand, 100% no
Dude, he said Nicaragua.
Yeah,
of course it's by hand.
Do you feel your legs? Do you feel your legs?
Do you feel your cigar?
Yeah, so it's a great cigar. I mean, definitely.
No, it is.
If you're just getting into smoking cigars, that's one I would certainly recommend. Very easy to smoke. Not, super nicotine heavy. Not gonna.
I so want to smoke in here. This is.
We got in trouble for burning a
candle. Do you guys like cigars? Have you ever done the smoking? Because that was
sounds incredible.
Yeah, I would like to do it in here, but we can't because it's a building and it's kind of sterilized, and then our boss will yell at us.
We got yelled at.
I know it so sucks. Radio sucks.
Yeah, we burned a candle in here once, and we got suspended for a week.
Yeah,
it was like a Yankee candle.
It was a scented candle.
What scent?
Caribbean Beach.
Well, there's the problem.
Well, because it smelled like balls in here.
Sorry, we didn't have Midsummer's Night available, so we had to go with
we were written up for a Yankee candle. So there's no way I can even spark this in here today.
We'll go outside.
But I so would. This will pair nicely, and then you brought another one real quick. This one is also kind of like, since we're talking about taking stouts and beers in Super Bowl, this one, what's this cigar that you brought in?
It's called the Undercrown. That's another cigar we make. That's much more of a traditional cigar. If you're, just a kind of typical cigar smoker, you're like a darker, more meaty, kind of chocolatey cigar. You really
threaten me with a good time.
Yeah. Goes great with a Imperial Stout.
Yeah, perfect stuff like this.
So the new brew they're doing, you said this would pair up pretty good with the one that Timmy's going to be doing with the ladies.
I don't like, if you're going by your Save-On store this weekend, they've got a giant humidor down there, and they've just got everything. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can ask somebody, and they'll be more than happy to help you out. Like if you're just kind of new. But I think kind of Super Bowl cigar, drinking a stout, it all kind of goes together to me.